Today, the quickest and easiest way of dicing and slicing an onion, so let's do it. So if you cook, you probably already know that a very basic skill you need is how to chop an onion. Onion is maybe the most popular ingredient in cooking. How to prepare onion seems like it should be very simple, but a lot of people make a real mess of it. Today I'm going to show you the quickest, easiest and safest way of preparing onion. So the very first thing you need is to make sure you have a really sharp knife. This is very, very important. So once you've ticked that box, the next thing is the onion itself. So you've got two ends to the onion, you've got the root, and then you've got the head or the top of the onion. You need to make sure you leave on the root, but I always take a really small slice off the top of the onion. Once I've nipped off the top, you want to place it flat side down onto a chopping board, and the next thing is to chop the onion in half, right down through the root. And then once you've halved the onion, you want to spend a minute to peel off the skin. I always like to remove the first layer. You don't have to do this, but I always find it's a little bit harder than the rest of the onion, not quite as nice to eat. So once you have your peeled onion halves, the first thing I'm going to show you is how to dice the onion. So lay the halved onion flat side down, and you want to start by cutting into the onion diagonally. Cut all the way from the top to the root, leaving about ½ an inch of the root at the end to hold everything together. Repeat this about 2 or 3 times, and then the next step is to cut down the onion in the opposite direction, but be careful not to cut into the root. We want everything to be held together. And then next we're going to dice the onion. So the grip you want to use is to put your fingernails against the onion and then slightly lean over the knuckles of your fingers, and you're going to use this as a guide. So you rest the knife against your knuckles, keeping your fingers protected, and then gently cut down the side of the onion so that it's nicely diced. Take it nice and slow, speed will come. Use your knuckle as a guide to keep the dice nice and even. Work your way to the back of the onion, leaving about an inch or so of the root, and then you want to chuck the root away, and there you've got some perfectly diced onion. If you want it diced up a little bit finer at this point, you can pass through it 1 or 2 more times with the knife in the motion that you see me using here. And next I'm going to show you how to slice an onion. So up until a point the process is the same. Chop off the head, cut the onion in half, remove the skins, and then lay your skinned halved onion flat side down on the chopping board, and then the grip is exactly the same. Protect your fingers, use your knuckles as a guide, and when you slice your onions you want to slowly cut down through them. Be nice and confident and try and keep them as uniform as possible. We want the onion to cook at the same rate, so try and keep everything the same size. Use your knuckles as a guide, take your time, and there you have some perfectly sliced onion. Really quick, really simple, and most importantly really safe. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.